Hello, everybody. Okay. Where is that email I got? People keep, there we go. Okay. Hey, everybody. So tonight, not sure what I'm walking into, but I'm sorry. It's just, let me fix this chaotic. I hate the reverse because then I have to get used to this is right. This is left. Okay. Um, I was gonna just like record a video about this, and I was like, you know what? I'll just go live. And then if anybody wants to join me, I'll send my friends the link and we can have a conversation about it. Hi, Lisa. Hello, hello. So here's the situation. Okay. And I might have to repeat this a couple times. So maybe I'll wait a few minutes for people to pop on. All right, so Amber's going to be here in like 10 minutes or so. Hopefully, small anti-MLM angel, Nikki will be here. So basically, listen, I will be the first person to admit that I'm not great at research, but I figured doing this as a live might be more, at least opening it up to more conversation. Hi, Natalie. Opening up to more conversation, more input, etc. So let me just, if you can bear with me a moment, I'll sing you a little song. I'm going to pull up the initial video. I work with health insurance if you have any questions. Oh, Harper, you are going to be so crucial in this conversation. All right, so let me pull up the original TikTok that I made that is currently in question. And I mean, it's from one of our favorite anti-Huns. Let's go to TikTok. TikTok on the cloud. Oh, how do I quiet this? I don't want. Okay. Yikes. I don't know. Let me just see if I can just go to my account. I don't want to log in right now. So how's everyone doing tonight? Bianca, I said nothing. I didn't say anyone's names. This is not about her. This is about the claims. So let's just like put this out there to be perfectly clear. This is not about her. It is about the claims. It is about the debate. I've always tried to have, respectful conversation with this person, and it never turns out that way. So yeah. All right. The initial, well, I guess here's the problem. I don't know that I can actually show you. Okay, so yeah, Natalie, are you from America or are you from somewhere else? Because that would be a really big help for me in talking about this. So here's what the initial claim was. There was a TikTok video that was shared. Actually, let me see if I can find it because it's absolutely accurate in how the American healthcare system works. Nobody was arguing that at all, like not even close. The problem is I don't know how to navigate this on the computer. So let me see, because like on your phone, it has things pinned, but when you do it on your computer, nothing's pinned. So I'm like, crap, the video I want to show of his is not at the tippy top like it should be. So if you'll all just grin and bear it with me for 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Auntie Lushy checking. Hey. Oh, Jessica. Hello. 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 If I can find it, do they have, oh man, this is going to be frustrating as heck. That was, I'm like way too far down. So yeah, so we're going to talk about, basically the question is it a flex to say that you have employer subsidized health insurance? I argue that it is. But the thing that's really crazy is that I was not negating or saying that what this person claimed was false either. I didn't say that, but of course, nothing I say ever is Come on, where is this? I'm going to be so mad. Arrgh. All right, y'all just need to hang. So basically, all right, now we're just going to have to go to my phone. So everybody just hang tight. All 11 of you, you beautiful, beautiful 11 people. Who got you smiling like that? American Health Insurance. All right, so let me see if there is a way. I might just be getting super, super. Oh my God, I'm going to get super techie right now. Wait. Well, that doesn't do me any good. Well, it definitely, I was able to screen mirror. I was able to mirror this, but then I wasn't able to see you guys. Were you able to see my screen when I just did that? Tell me, drop it in the comments if you were able to see my screen when I tried to mirror my phone. Oh, that's amazing. Jessica, you live in the United States? But someone tell me when I just tried to do that with my screen, were you guys able to see it? All right, I'm going to have to log in. This is going to be super annoying. Just give me a minute. No, you could not. All right. Well, let me see if I can just log in. Login success. All right. Chit Chat Mark. So he seems to be like a great commentator. It is. Okay. So here is, so I guess you have to be logged in to see pinned stuff. All right. Here is the video that started the whole debate. Okay. And again, I am not saying that this is inaccurate. This is absolutely accurate, like 100%. Let me make sure that you can actually hear my screen. If you can't hear anything, please immediately let me know if you can't hear the video. Well, I know you can't hear that because I can't hear it. There we go. All right. Here is the initial video that started this whole thing.
American Health Insurance, how may I help you? I just got this $12,000 bill in the mail and I'm wondering why. Yes, it looks like you have not met your yearly deductible. How big is my deductible? $6,000. I pay $500 a month for my medical insurance. Yes. Which is $6,000 a year. Yes. So wouldn't that cover it? No. Why not? So your premium is actually separate from your deductible. You'll still need to meet your deductible. Do normal doctor visits count towards my deductible? So actually, no. Do my prescription meds count towards my deductible? Also, no. Does therapy count? No. Ambulance fees? Chiropractic? You won't help pay for anything on this $12,000 medical bill until I pay for the first half. Yes. And after that, it's all paid for. No. Why not? You will then have to copay. How much is my copay? 40%. So out of $18,000, you will only pay for $3,600. Actually, no. How much will you pay for? None. Why not? It looks like you were out of network for this visit. Out of network? How was I out of network? You chose to go to a hospital that does not take your insurance. I was having a heart attack. I didn't choose the hospital. The ambulance just came to pick me up and took me to the nearest one. How are they supposed to know what's in network? You need to tell them beforehand. Before I have the heart attack, before they take me to the hospital. How do I even know what hospital is in network? Yes, we actually gatekeep that information pretty hard. It's hidden in a spot on our website that you'll never be able to find. This is insane. Is there ever a time you actually do pay for my medical bills? Absolutely. Once your yearly out-of-pocket maximum is met. What's an out-of-pocket maximum? It's the absolute most you'll have to spend on insurance in 1 year. How much is my maximum? $12,000. Okay, so this will meet my maximum. Yes? No. Why not? Because you were out of network. Okay, I would like to just cancel my health insurance. I don't want to pay my premium anymore. Yeah, so you actually cannot discontinue your health insurance until the end of the calendar year. Damn it! After that, if you choose to not have health insurance, you will be fined by the United States government. So I'll have to pay to not have medical insurance? Yes. American Health Insurance, how may I help you? I just got this $12,000.
So a lot of this is absolutely accurate. Like, not arguing that at all in any way. I feel like some of it is fabricated to be a little bit more dramatic, but a Okay, so I'm just going to throw out here. I don't, Harper, I just want to be clear. Like, I'm not trying to be political. I know it's called Obamacare. It's the American Health Care Act, or whatever it was called. So it's, it was coined Obamacare. We know there were many problems with it. I don't want this to be like, just in case, I don't know where you were necessarily going with that comment. I'm not trying to be like, Obama did this, Trump did. We are making commentary on the overall system. Okay. I just want to be clear, because whatever. The Affordable Health Care Act. Thank you, Melissa. Okay. The comment. So this video was shared, and the caption read this way, in all caps: when people act like having a job with benefits is a flex, then this happens. Yes. Kristen, news insurance was messed up before the CARE Act. Absolutely. Guys, listen, I'm going to get ahead of this before anything tumbles. This is not a political debate about one side or the other, or who screwed up what. I'm not doing that because I don't want to. Okay. So it just, we got where we are because of decades and decades of bullshit. Right. All parties, Republicans and Democrats, suck across the board. Let's just get that out in the open. Okay. All right. So here was the caption shared with the video. When people act like having a job with benefits is a flex, then this happens. So my first reaction was, if you have a job with benefits, this does not happen because you contact HR, and HR helps communicate with health insurance for you to deal with those things. You can call your health insurance, but HR also is an available resource. For you to communicate with your health insurance, to understand your health insurance. And before you sign up for your health insurance in any company that provides health insurance, they're going to have a company-wide meeting where they talk you through things like your deductible, your different options, your out-of-pocket expenses, etc. Okay. Then they wrote, I swear this was my job. I had a good job too. Healthcare in America is a scam. Yeah, I would actually agree. Guys, here comes Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Yeah.
Hi.
Everybody, yes, I can see you.
Hi.
Hi, this is Small Anti-MLM Angel. I'm so happy to have you here. I love your tattoos. Oh my God, you have so many tattoos. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. They are stunning.
Yeah, my whole body.
Your whole body. We'll have to go on and on about that soon. Okay.
There's so many.
So basically, Nikki, what we are talking about is health insurance in America, and the argument that was recently presented from a pro MLM person that having health insurance through your employer is not a flex. And then the examples that were given were just stupid.
It very much appears to be a flex, though, because our healthcare system is obviously
right. Now you remind me, you're in a. Let me. You know what? Someone said there's a echo. Let me put in my headphones real quick. Hold on.
Oh, it might be my headphones. Hold on, I can take mine off.
Okay, it could have been. I don't know. You weren't echoing on my end, so I just figured I'd fix it. Is that better, everybody?
Oh, really?
I just think you're a little echo, your I think it's just your environment. I think just your ambiance. I don't think it's your mic. I wish you would hook up with Turd Girl. She's amazing. Yeah, no, Turd Girl, okay. Absolutely come on. Absolutely. So basically, okay, so you're in Australia, correct? Is that right, Nikki? You're in Australia? Okay, so tell me what Australian healthcare is like, because from what I understand, it's way better than what we have.
Let me just turn these off.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's definitely better.
Yeah, I thought so. Hold on one sec. Okay, so healthcare here, very different, depending on what your ailment is. But for general basic everyday health, I'm not sure if you're employed, I guess it depends on your employer there. If your family's covered, I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah. So basically, if you have employee covered health insurance, then you choose to have your dependents. So if I didn't have children, then I would just opt for the single person whatever, or I could do single with spouse or then family. And in my situation with my husband, it was actually cheap because we work for the same company. It was actually cheaper for me when I got hired to put my children on mine and then him to have his own. So he's on his own plan and then the children are on mine because it just was cheaper that way. But that's not across the board for a lot of places. So, okay. So what goes on in Australia?
So we have Medicare. It's called, I feel like Medicare is used all around it, like the term. So depending on if you're on the, I guess you guys call it welfare. Is that right? Is that
welfare?
Social?
Yeah. Welfare is like, for I think low income people. Yeah.
So if you have that and you have the low income card, you are entitled to, all scripts are $5.42. Don't quote me, but it's around, that's Australian, so probably like $4 for you guys, $3.
All prescriptions.
If you have that card, yes.
Oh my gosh.
And for example, so specialists and stuff, they're not bulk billed. We do get a percentage of it back though through Medicare. So my neurologist appointments, for example, are $220 Australian, and I get back $140. So you
pay that. So you pay that up front, and then they pay it back. Okay.
They reimburse it overnight into your bank account. So it's
overnight.
Pretty streamlined.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They've made it pretty easy. We are very lucky, and our government subsidizes scripts anyway. So another example, one of my medications, which is an injection, so they generally tend to err on the side of more expensive. If I were to pay, and this is not a flex, just in case anyone's watching, like I don't want it to seem like entitled, I'm very grateful.
Right.
If I were to pay the normal ticket price, it's $1,004 a fortnight.
Okay.
I pay $40 a fortnight. So that's kind
which
of,
I learned last night. Fortnight means 2 weeks because I
No.
It was funny because I was saying biweekly, and somebody was like, "What does biweekly mean?" And I was like every 2 weeks. And they're like, "Do you mean fortnight?" And I was like, "I don't know. Do I mean fortnight?" Amber is popping on, so we're gonna bring Amber in. Hi. Amber, I don't know if you've met Nikki. I don't know if you guys
on Instagram. Yes.
Actually,
we talk all
this
the time.
Is this
Sorry,
is our first time too.
Peyton, will you go get my ring light for me, please?
When you send your kids to get your ring light. So I really, for obvious reasons, I love having Amber on any live stream, but her husband is a doctor, so I thought she could also contribute to this. Hold on a second. What's up?
Man.
Hold on, let me make sure my husband's not texting me right now. Oh, I thought my husband was texting me. I thought he was yelling for me. So let me just real quick. So we were talking about Australia's health insurance and how so much better it is. But let me just repreface, since we have a lot more people now, everybody's on. Let's real quick talk about what sparked this entire debate, this whole conversation. So there was a video shared by Chit Chat Mark where he was doing a parody about trying to call the American health insurance and what that means for having to pay the deductible. I don't know. Nikki, did you see the video? Amber, have you seen this video? Okay, well, you know what? Let's just watch it again, since a lot of people were not here. We'll pull it up one more time. All right, so this is what sparked the whole thing. Oh, nope, right here. Can you hear it? No? Okay, hold on. That's probably because my headphones are in, so let me... This is why I need a real producer. Okay. This should help. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
American Health Insurance, how may I help you? I just got this $12,000 bill in the mail and I'm wondering why. Yes, it looks like you have not met your yearly deductible. How big is my deductible? $6,000. I pay $500 a month for my medical insurance. Yes. Which is $6,000 a year. Yes. So wouldn't that cover it? No. Why not? So your premium is actually separate from your deductible. You'll still need to meet your deductible. Do normal doctor visits count towards my deductible? So actually, no. Do my prescription meds count towards my deductible? Also, no. Does therapy count? No. Ambulance fees? Chiropractic? You won't help pay for anything on this $12,000 medical bill until I pay for the first half. Yes. And after that, it's all paid for. No. Why not? You will then have to copay. How much is my copay? 40%. So out of $18,000, you will only pay for $3,600. Actually, no. How much will you pay for? None. Why not? It looks like you were out of network for this visit. Out of network? How was I out of network? You chose to go to a hospital that does not take your insurance. I was having a heart attack. I didn't choose the hospital. The ambulance just came to pick me up and took me to the nearest one. How are they supposed to know what's in network? You would need to tell them beforehand. Before I have the heart attack, before they take you to the hospital. How do I even know what hospital is in network? Yes, we actually gatekeep that information pretty hard. It's hidden in a spot on our website that you'll never be able to find. This is insane. Is there ever a time you actually do pay for my medical bills? Absolutely, once your yearly out-of-pocket maximum is met. What's an out-of-pocket maximum? It's the absolute most you'll have to spend on insurance in 1 year. How much is my maximum? $12,000. Okay, so this will meet my maximum, yes? No. Why not? Because you were out of network. Okay, I would like to just cancel my health insurance. I don't want to pay my premium anymore. Yeah, so you actually cannot discontinue your health insurance until the end of the calendar year. Damn it! After that, if you choose to not have health insurance, you will be fined by the United States government. So I'll have to pay to not have medical insurance? Yes. American Health?
Okay, so this was a clear parody satire, and some of this was very real. Like, people have experienced this. But this was the comment. I guess I'm just going to show it. When people act like having a job with benefits is a flex, then this happens. I swear this was my job. I had a good job too. Healthcare in America is a scam. I would love to know who can relate to this and who has experienced it, because MFers on here swear that as long as you have a job with benefits, then all of your healthcare will be taken care of. This is the shit they don't mention. So then this sparked a whole thing, like just a whole thing. So let me stop sharing my screen here. Okay. So in my opinion, what I was trying to express is that this is more likely for people who are paying independently when they go through the marketplace, through American healthcare and through the Affordable Care Act. I don't know that I believe if you're paying $500 a month that you would have a $600 or a $6,000 deductible. But again, I'm not an expert on health insurance, but from my experience, the higher your monthly payment, the lower your deductible. And the same is the reverse. The lower your deductible, the higher your payment. So that was my experience. And that is what I was trying to communicate, that like, this happened, and not to say that if you have employer subsidized healthcare that you can't have a garbage healthcare option that your employer is giving you crap, but it's a very weird thing to be like, just because it's not a flex to say you have health insurance. And I'm just like, how is it not? I just don't understand. So thoughts.
Amber, I work in, to be honest with you.
What?
I work in insurance.
So. You work in insurance. Well, in Australia, I mean, you clearly say you like the Australia insurance is like unbelievably so much better than anything we've ever experienced.
I mean, it's good. Yeah. I work in not health, but just the sort of deductible.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And, like paying a higher premium usually equates to a better vibe.
Right. If you pay more monthly, then you have a better insurance. Like more things are covered.
Get what you pay for.
Right, exactly. So I feel like this was a satire of a very real, frustrating process. But when you have employer subsidized insurance, things are different. And so this person doubled down and said that everybody in the comments agreed, and that this is commenting on employer subsidized insurance. And I was just like, well, first of all, the video doesn't say that it's employer subsidized insurance. The video doesn't say that at all. The video is just commenting on American health insurance. And the first caption at the beginning of the video said that he pays $14.50 a month, which I'm just like, I don't believe that if you're paying $1,450 a month for health insurance, that you have a $6,000 deductible.
Sorry, a month.
That's what his
A
caption.
month?
Hold on. Let me make sure that I said what his caption said right, because
that is
how many
insanity.
people in his family does he have? Because we have 5 people in our family, and
Hello, my name is
we
Mandy.
don't
I'm
see
going
that
to show
much.
you the proper way to kick a
TikTok just playing stuff. Hold on. Let me pull it back up again, because I want to be sure that I'm right on what it said. I was like, maybe log in. No, where is this? Why is this being so difficult? I can't find it anymore. Let me just pull it up on my phone to see, because the caption said America and then like swear words.
American health insurance, how may I help you? I just
You
got
know,
this
why doesn't it say it now? I don't know where it
$12,000
went.
bill in the mail, and
I don't know.
calendar year.
I don't understand.
American health
I don't understand why TikTok on my phone is different than TikTok on the internet. Or on my computer. It shouldn't be different, but for some reason it is. In any case, Amber, your husband's a doctor. What do you know or thoughts about healthcare in America? And is it a flex to have healthcare by your employer?
Well, I think healthcare in America is
Garbage.
it sucks. It's
Mhm.
garbage. Especially having a spouse in the medical field, it's still garbage. Because like I'm immunocompromised. I have 2 rare diseases that I take medication for. And at my husband's last job, we technically had good insurance, but it was still pricey because we had a super high deductible, and my medication that I need to keep my lungs healthy was $800 a month before we met our deductible for the year. So
And what was your deductible?
I think it was high. It was like $6,000 to $8,000, I think.
Jeez. So now, okay, but to the other side of that though, if you didn't have insurance,
Yeah, we had Blue Cross Blue Shield.
you have Blue Cross Blue Shield. But if
That's
you
what we
didn't
did
have,
have. Now we have United, and I feel it's a lot better.
okay,
Um,
but if you did not have any health insurance, how
Oh,
much would it have been a
if
lot?
I had no health insurance, I mean, I have had no health insurance other than Medicaid, and just how hard it is to get anything done
Mhm.
for you when you're on Medicaid
Yeah,
is so difficult.
absolutely. And I think, oh, go. Sorry, did I cut you
I was
off?
gonna say because and they also don't talk that like vision and dental care is not
That was part of it.
included. It's seen, taking care of your teeth and your eyes is seen as a privilege in
Which
this
is
country when it's like necessity sort part of your healthcare.
my lips are like so chapped. You see like how red they are. I had a friend from college. I guess I was at this point 25 or 26, and he died suddenly, like really suddenly. And he was like a heavy partier, heavy drinker. We kind of thought like, oh no, like maybe he was also heavy set. So we thought, the things that we thought could have gone wrong were not even close. What happened was he had a toothache that he didn't get taken care of right away, and it caused him to have a stroke. And that's how he died. So to know that a toothache could result in a stroke that could kill you,
Yeah.
and then the American health insurance is like, well, that's additional. That's like
because you're like the health of your teeth is like connected to so many other things like in your body. Like it's a necessity, but it's treated as a privilege, and it makes your insurance go up because it's something you have to add on. Same with like orthodontics or like seeing a dermatologist, to get your spots checked out.
Yeah, Dave,
all that other stuff that's not isn't covered by just seeing your PCP.
right.
Like it's just so much extra added cost.
Yeah. So Dave asked this question about Americans lost their jobs. Yeah. I mean, so a lot of Americans did lose their jobs, which meant that they probably lost their health insurance. Harper, you can apply for a prescription discount card. Listen, the argument for me is not that American healthcare coverage is great. It's garbage. I mean, it is not good. My healthcare, my health coverage with my former school was unbelievable. I had no copays. My deductible was like, I think $500 for the year for the whole family. And I don't think we even paid that much biweekly. So it was like amazing. Now, my health insurance with this current school is not quite as good. It's still good, but like teachers generally have a fairly decent health insurance in America, from what I have gathered. They may not have great pay, but their health insurance is at least fairly decent. But that's not the argument. Isn't like it's so strange, because it's like the argument that this video was making was healthcare in America sucks. And then this person came in and was like, see, having healthcare by your employer is not a flex. And we're like, but that's not even what they're talking about. They're talking about how the entire system is completely flawed. And it is way more affordable to have health insurance or to take care of yourself if you have any kind of employer subsidized insurance compared to if you don't. So so then I started doing research, and I was like, well, now I gotta know what,
because you'll get to see like specialists faster.
right.
You don't have to be put on the waiting list. Like for people who are on state aid. Like when I was on Medicaid, it took me like 5 months to get an appointment to get my teeth cleaned, to go to the dentist. Like that's how long it took.
That is absolutely insanity. What were you going to say, Nikki?
Oh, sorry. I know here, if you have private health insurance, you are sort of put to the front of the line for surgeries, like non-emergency surgeries. So I'm not sure if it's the same there if you have.
No. What is
no.
My lips look great. I look like I don't know what's going on with my lips. They look like crazy right now. No, that's not really. So I have heard. So that situation is one of the big arguments that people in America who don't want universal health care will say. They'll use that as, oh, well, if we have universal health care, you'll have to wait months and months and months to have surgery. But here's the thing. We are already waiting no matter what. And the example is my husband ruptured his Achilles 5 weeks ago, and it took 3 full weeks for them to even be able to get him into surgery. And if it wasn't for the fact that I called a lot to get the initial MRI, because the initial MRI wasn't even going to be until March or February 14th. And I was like, no, we can't wait till February 14th. So I was able to get him in like February, I don't know, like shortly after, like not too much longer after or before that. So, but we had to travel to a completely different facility. We had to go further. So it doesn't matter, because whether we have to wait in line, we are already waiting in line, basically, because it's just a matter of scheduling availability. When is there a doctor available to do the surgery you need? And so it took a full 3 weeks for him to finally get surgery on an injury. And it was listed, which I don't understand this. And maybe it's the same way in Australia and the UK, but fixing your Achilles when you can't walk is an elective surgery. I was like,
oh, no, that's not elective here.
Yeah, no, that's elective here. They were like, well, you could choose to just let it heal and you'll be weak and it'll take forever, or you could choose to have surgery. So it was crazy. So we had to go to another hospital further away, because the hospital that's 4 minutes from us is still not doing elective surgeries because of COVID. So we had to travel into the city, which is not a huge deal. But so the things that people against universal healthcare are arguing about are already happening here anyhow. So I don't understand the argument. Say that again.
That's truly shocking.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be an American and to be proud to live here is, in my opinion, to be really either very privileged or naive, privileged, and oblivious to what is going on in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, so for this person to make the argument that they had employer healthcare and they paid a lot, my argument back was, then your employer gave you crappy healthcare, because that also exists. There are employers that offer the bare minimum of healthcare because they have to, and they want to say that they have healthcare, but it's not good healthcare. But it's still better than not having healthcare. It's still better than what you would have to pay out of pocket. And then we go into the whole the whole problem of, because people who don't have healthcare still get treated, and then they have medical bills that they can't pay, they go into medical debt And because they're not going to pay it. They just will not pay it because they can't afford it because it's astronomically expensive. It costs like $30,000 to have a baby in America, like just one baby. Yeah. Right. And I'm not even exaggerating. Like it is about when I got my bill and they itemized it and I saw like everything was covered with my health. And that's the thing, my health insurance, I didn't pay a dime, but they still send you like an itemized list of what everything costs. And it was around $30,000.
Oh, my last one was in the NICU. So it was even more expensive.
Right. So it is. So when people who don't have health insurance have babies or any other myriad of things that can happen, those bills go unpaid, which then causes the cost of things to go up. And it's just like, it's this vicious cycle that just keeps perpetuating in America. And so everybody is like making it's crazy. It's absolutely insanity here. So it's just so strange to me to make the argument, like we're saying, hey, at least with our employers, if we have a full-time job, we have healthcare. And they're like, that's not a flex. And I'm just like, how? Someone explain to me how it's not a flex. And I mean, to be fair, I don't think I'm arguing with someone. I think I said this in my story. I'm arguing with someone who lives in an alternate reality. I don't think that they'll ever see ever what I'm saying.
They created the narrative that works for them, and that's just,
right. Exactly.
By fighting for it so viciously.
Right. So yeah. So I guess you can't talk with billing at hospitals. One of the best reasons to be Canadian. Listen, I'm about to be a Canadian. Can I come on up and be a Canadian? Because I am over it. Yeah, the cost for anesthesia is ridiculously expensive. I mean, just the cost to live. I mean, that's what's so. It's very frustrating. So then I looked up. So I'm from Pennsylvania. So the lowest premium on the marketplace for platinum for someone in my age group is $371. That's the lowest for a platinum. I mean, and that's per month. And that's still a lot of money per month, because then what they're likely going to have is copays, deductibles. So it does, when you look at it that way, you're like, well, then why even have it? But then that's because if you didn't have it, it'd be even worse. Let's see, Jessica, our system is so flawed. My dad passed away in August and he had Medicare. I did the right thing and call it as every bill came in. Turns out all that does is stop the billing. Oh, so it does stop I mean, honestly, when I was younger, I had medical bills that went unpaid 100% because I just couldn't afford it. Like, who could? I must be allergic to something. My lips are like blowing up. Oh, I put on you guys. Where is it? I put on my lip plumper. And I think that it got I think it got on my skin. That is 100% what's happening. So like it's plumping the skin above my lip. I must have that's what happened. Oh my God. It feels so strange. Like my lips are like it's numb right here. Oh man. So throw it away. Oh, Jana, listen, Jana, it's almost gone. Like I've been using it. I've used almost all of it. Yeah. Now Jessica has to deal with collection agencies. See, wait, Jessica, where are you? What are you in America? Because there's been laws passed about that they can't contact you and harass you. At least I thought. Again, I'm not going to claim to be any kind of expert. Okay, so we're getting lots of stories here. So let's see. It took me 10 years to pay off medical from the 20s, and that's just regular care for having a chronic condition. Yeah, it is a very sad state of affairs that so many Americans are in massive debt because of health like medical bills. It's atrocious. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't want to have health insurance from your employer. And so you should join an MLM and either not have health insurance or get private pay health insurance, because and if you're making that much money from your MLM, then you should be able to pay for your own health insurance. And it shouldn't even be an argument. I don't understand why this is like I don't know why that she's hitching her wagon to this health insurance thing. I don't know.
I mean, a lot of them bring it up. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like that, another Monet, a Monet girl jokes about it quite often.
Listen,
I
Monet
just don't.
is the worst. So, okay, so you're in Australia. So let's
I
switch
am.
gears for a second. How has Monet taken over Australia in the past like 6 months? Is it like a big thing right now?
No.
Oh,
So my sister's a hairstylist, I think you.
yeah.
I've been talking to her about it since 2018. And as soon as she heard, she like messaged me like angry, like big letters, capital letters. Was like, this is coming to Australia. I am not happy. I was like, I need you to chill. Like, we're trying, we're on it.
We're doing what we
but
can.
yeah, nothing outrageous. I know one person, not like close, a few degrees of separation, friendship wise, who joined, but she's already out. I saw a couple of top Arborn babes hitch their wagon across because they saw, smart, because they saw ground floor. I don't mean to sound like them, but it is sort of getting in on that ground floor. But yeah, nothing crazy. There was like a convention in Melbourne last week. It didn't look anything like the one in Miami at, Hotel One, whatever it's called, One Hotel, which is stunning. This was
Where they had like a low grade hotel.
Yeah, nothing outrageous, no.
Yeah, I really don't understand how. I think at this point with Monet, I don't understand how anybody on the lower tiers of the company can still hang on, other than pleading, oblivion. Like they just don't know. I don't understand, especially with the March customer appreciation promo that is such bull. Well, I recorded tonight a video about it, because they never talk about the commitment. Their consultants never talk about the flex ship when they try to get you to sign up. Brittany Rose just on the 28th was talking her viewers through how to get a cart and cut out right when it was about to show the flex ship part. It doesn't talk about it at all. She doesn't even say a word about it. She's like, it's just the $19.99. You pay one time. It's like a Costco membership. You just pay it and it's just done. And you never have to deal with it again.
You're doing her voice.
Thanks. I worked really hard.
That's amazing.
So
nasal.
So then all of a sudden for there to be March and they're like, no commitment. If I were, new to this, I'd be like, well, what commitment? Nobody ever talks about commitment. They like, I don't know. So and then Tony von Schoik or Van Schick or whatever her stupid name. I'm sorry. I should not say that her name's stupid. That's not appropriate or nice. But literally being like, don't even bring up the flex ship. She's like, don't talk about it unless they ask you.
Oh, I saw that.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like you were telling your employees to be sneaky and shady and unethical. It's so bad. It's so
out of character for Monet. They would never.
Oh, can you believe?
I
Can you believe?
Amber, I actually just finished listening to your episode with Roberta on Life After MLM. Finally, I finished listening to it today. I did not realize you guys talked about the situation. So I was like raking in my front yard and it was like, so then Mallory, and I was like, oh shit, they're talking about me. I was like, relive this hazing situation. I guess that's not hazing, it was just straight up harassment, but
Monet Huns, the hair Huns.
Yeah, but your episode was really good. I really enjoyed hearing your story.
Thank you.
Nikki, were you in an MLM before? What's your story about how you came to this community?
I can tell you. I've never been in one. I've been around them.
Yeah.
When I was 19, I got a job interview and it was in marketing and I was like, oh wow, that's amazing. I dropped out of uni for the second time. And I stopped past my grandparents' house and my late grandfather, he was so on it, like so on it. He was born in 1923, only was educated until 13.
Like most
and
people
even then,
are, yeah.
Even then, like, he didn't have shoes to wear to school, like very different environment to what any of us, I guess, would have experienced, like just completely out of this realm. So he was very on it. And I kind of explained it to him, and he was like, don't have a good feeling. And I was like, Pa, I don't need your negativity. And he was like, he would have been, I'm 34, he would have been 81 at this point. And he was like, I'll drive you. And I was like, Pa, stop it. So I went, got out of the house and, all confident, and I wasn't confident. Inside, I was like dying. I was like, oh, he's right. I got to the address, and it was a rundown house. I was like, oh my God. And I kind of felt awkward, and this guy came out in like a crinkled white button-up shirt, and he had like a bow tie on. I was like, sir, what are you doing? Sir, please do not stand at my window like that. What are you doing? And he had like this comical, huge smile. He may have just had a huge mouth. I don't know, which is fine. He was like, oh, you must be Nicole. He used my full name. I was like, oh, yep, that's me. And he's like, come inside. We're so excited to meet you. I was like, oh, yeah, same. And I remember like looking at the outside of the house. I was like, just in case, like I need a description in case I'm like stuck inside. I was terrified. But I was so socially anxious. I was like, he's at my window. Like that instant, like straight in your face. And I went inside and I saw huge vacuum cleaners. Huge. Like I'm 5 foot, just over 5 foot. And I swear one was like, here on me. And what is this? Like, what? I'm not passionate about vacuum cleaners. And then we had to sit through this, the
presentation.
Thank you. And it was, I'd never experienced it, obviously. And it was just the most intense thing ever. And they were like, all right, so you want to go out on your first house call today? They went to people's doors. I'd never heard of this.
Sounds like Rainbow or Kirby vacuums.
It was Kirby.
It was.
Then they told me the price, and I was like, holy moly, absolutely not. And then I had to go back to my grandfather with my tail between my legs. And then he taught me about pyramid schemes. And he worked for the Housing Commission here. It's kind of like social housing for 50 years. Super passionate about fairness amongst people and people not being taken advantage of. So kind of just stemmed from there. And
Wow. That's amazing.
Saw a few Instagram pages in sort of mid 2019. So there's only a few.
Yeah.
And I started one, got to like from Instagram 3 times. Because back then the gals used to love to report your post as bullying. So obviously we got smarter about how to approach things.
Yeah.
Even though I never said anything bad, they were pretty on it. And
wow. That story reminds me, and I've been trying to remember the details, but when I was it was like right after I had gotten together with my husband. So I was like just 25. I was looking for a job, and there was I don't know where I found the posting, but I went to this interview, and it was downtown Pittsburgh, and it was like in a rented office building. And I went in, and I don't remember too much about the interview process, but I remember that there were lots of pictures of them partying and lots of pictures of them being family. And I remember that like when I came home and told my husband about it, he was just like, yeah, no, I don't remember if there was like, I had to sign up. I forget. Like, I don't remember all the details. I think I repressed a lot of it, but it was like definitely very shady. And then like a week later, I went to like look them up again, and it was like, you couldn't find it. It wasn't there anymore. Like the whole, like that their address was gone. They weren't in that building. It was just, the whole thing disappeared. And I was like, Whew, I dodged a bullet with that one. So
Yeah.
I don't
Something
know.
like that happened to me too, and it was a legit pyramid scheme. I got set up for this job through a temp agency, and it was like a sales job, but it was you were cold calling people on the phone trying to get them to buy like an ad in for like a calendar
Okay.
or something. So they actually fired me after the first week because I didn't get any sales.
didn't
And
know they
they
did
were
that.
like, "Well, you didn't make anything in this first week, so bye."
I
And
didn't
then
know that.
later, I found out that, like, they all like, all of a sudden one day, they just, like, dipped out, and, the news said that they were running a pyramid scheme. Like, none of this money that these people gave for their ads ever there was no ads, there was no calendar.
Oh my God,
It
how
was crazy.
crazy. Quick topic change because I'm gonna have to wrap it up in about 10 minutes. So can we briefly talk about Brianna?
I was just catching up on that today,
What is that?
and I don't
So here's what I think it is, and here are my theories. So there is a girl, her name is Brianna, whatever, and she has sent emails to pretty large YouTube creators, or maybe I don't know what the common thread is necessarily yet, because Chelsea Suarez got one, Julie Joe got one, Hannah got one, Isabella got one, and Corey Perry got one. The girl that runs and now it's Corey Perry, but she used to be that anti-MLM girl. That was her account name. And I think there might be one more person, but it's been the general message starts off with
Was it MLM Boss Babe? I think it was
Yeah.
MLM Boss Babe.
yes, an MLM boss babe, right?
Yeah.
So the general message, turd girl, where are you? I sent you a link, turd girl. The overall message was, I'm not for MLMs, but I'm not against them. And I took a business, I go to school for business and entrepreneurship. And then it quickly turns into, you only want to do this for the fame, and everything you did before you found your niche in this got no views. So once you figured out that people wanted to see this, you started getting views. And then it was like, so we should do a Zoom. Like, will you debate me? And so Chelsea responded, was just like, your overall tone is condescending, and I'm not going to engage with you. And then her response back was just like, well, I have a series coming out where I'm going to expose the entire movement. And it just got like really crazy. Like the email exchange went like escalated very quickly. And so all these other people got it. And so I was trying to figure out like the theme of who she's contacting. Cause I was like, well, where's my email, Brianna? Like, why don't I get one? Which I don't want one. Like, please, Brianna, if you're watching, like, leave me alone. But it was just interesting because it was then discovered that she's trying to start a weed MLM from her garage. Called, but like, so one of the
because I was trying to find her Instagram account, and
they're gone.
I messaged someone, and I was like, why can't I find her account? And they're like, she deleted it. So
right, she's already deleted it, which led me to find an actual Instagram account for an actual business called Bud and Breakfast, and it's located in Colorado, and it is a bed and breakfast but for weed. So they just have like, you just can smoke weed all day long. They provide you weed.
That's amazing.
And they're just like,
absolutely up my alley.
Yeah, you wake up and we have tons of food for you while you smoke weed. And I was like, oh, this is an amazing business opportunity. So I found that in my search for her. So here's my theories on who she's targeting based on who she has sent emails to. Now, and so we don't know anything about MLM Boss Babe. So that's like the wild card because we don't really know who she is. So between Chelsea, Hannah, Julie Joe, Isabella, and Corey, they're all pretty young girls, early 20s, and Chelsea's 30. So like between 20 and 30, who have the appearance of influencers. So like my first thought was like, oh, she's trying to hit up all like the really young, pretty content creators, only then to discover that they're not only young and pretty, but they're also incredibly intelligent and are not afraid of anything. Like these are women who are just like, I don't give a crap about whatever you have to say. But then I thought, well, then maybe it's just the YouTube people, but Corey's YouTube is it's in its infancy. So it's not very big. So then I thought maybe it's Instagram. So my theory is that it's large Instagram followings. But Amber, how large is do you have a large following on Instagram?
Almost 3,500. I have more
that's
on my
around where
Twitter.
I'm at too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So I don't know. That's my theory was that it's young girls. Mallory, she sent everyone emails because she wants to make a video about her because she said since y'all made it big, she wants to be famous. Fine. If you want to be famous, go for it, Brianna. I don't know. It's so strange.
I don't know. It's definitely not whoever Brianna is. She's not a Brianna.
Yeah, it's Eve now.
Or like someone else said, it could be an anti-MLM girl who didn't make it and is super jealous and cannot handle being overshadowed by everyone else.
I have a theory, but I'm going to keep my theory to myself and not put it on the internet. Because I don't want to be dragged into anyone's. I'll message it to you guys separately. I don't want to get into it. You probably know one theory.
I've put it together.
Yeah. If that's a thought, that's like that would track. That would totally track. Except so the YouTube channel that this girl has though is videos of how to make cannabis food. And you can hear her voice. So if that is who it is, doesn't sound like any of the people that we have had run-ins with. Missy C says she thinks she knows. I don't know. Honestly, if she is making a series about exposing these women, I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to see what she thinks she's going to expose because all of these women are so like, they have nothing to hide. Like, unless one of them secretly murdered someone and is running from the law, I don't think there's anything to expose. And if they did, Adrian, I'm not going to publish your comment at the moment. I'm sure people can see it, but yeah. So in any case, so that's the current MLM drama. So the drama that we have covered is health insurance is not a flex. And Andrea, she deleted her channels. She sent all these threatening messages and then deleted her Instagrams. So
I don't know. Did it like happen like late last night or like yesterday? Because I was like barely on yesterday.
Well,
so
all I know is that I disconnected for a while. Like I didn't get on my phone. I was letting everything just kind of bang and ignore it. And then me and my husband finished watching the first episode of Jack Reacher, which if you haven't checked that out, it is so good. And the guy is super hot. But in any case, I got on Instagram. He's like 6'5", and I'm just like, you're so tall. Yay. I got on Instagram and like the first post I saw was Chelsea. And then the next one was like, I think Isabella sharing it. And I went through the stories and Julie Jo shared it. And then I made a comment and then Hannah messaged me and she's like, you want to see my email? And I was like, oh my God. So it's like everywhere I scrolled, this Brianna's email was, and then Emma and Boss Babe had it in her stories. And I was like, why isn't she going after Detective Lovey too? Detective Lovey is the shit. So,
I love her. I talk to her every day.
I love her too.
Honestly,
amazing.
She is the best. The thing that I hate about ghost accounts and Detective Lovey and Emma
just because we don't know who you are.
I just want to hug you.
Yeah.
I just want to hug you. I love you guys so much, but I literally don't know who you are. So MLM Boss Babe said that that Brianna was like, well, I'm going to go to your website and look up who owns the domain. And Boss Babe was like, go ahead. And so I said to her, I was like, I don't understand anything about owning a website. Why are you not worried? And she goes, well, you can pay an extra $10 to have your privacy kept private. And I was like, and you've done that? She goes, yes, of course I've done that. So she can go look up that website's domain owner and it doesn't matter. It's not going to, she's not going to find out who she is. I think it's so funny. I intended originally for my account to be a ghost account and it did not work out within like 2 days. 2 days. I clearly made up a name. My first couple posts are just graphics. I was like, because I was following MLM Boss Babe. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do what she's doing. And then I was like, no, I have things to say and I want to use my mouth to say them. Too
So
bad the lemon.
I've always just had my whole ass face out there talking about this stuff.
Problem is that I'm a teacher. That's like the
Yeah.
problem. I sometimes
that's-
get really jealous of all you girls who are in areas of your life where like whatever jobs you have or whatever you guys can do, like there's not to say you can say whatever you want without consequence, but like you don't have to worry about a boss being like, you're gonna be fired because something said on the internet. Like I'd be careful, about things. And so sometimes I'm like, I'll just live vicariously through Amber's Instagram and what she says and what Savannah says. Like I'll let them say it and I'll just be like,
Yeah, I'm at the point where like I give no fucks because there's obviously when they tried it last time, it didn't work. So I was just like, whatever.
Meanwhile, I'm over here being like, please don't get me fired. Like I didn't do anything wrong. Like, please, I'm just trying to advocate for women. Like, please. So anyhow, all right, I got to go put my son to bed. Thank you both so much for joining me so we could do this little teeny mini deep dive into whether or not it's a flex to have health insurance.
I feel like it's a good thing if you have it.
Yeah. And also what I also learned is we should all move to Australia and have their health
Please.
insurance. You guys aren't on fire,
come visit.
right?
I would love to,
fires
but
are done. Because I remember last
and
year you guys were on fire, but then COVID happened and
We're flooding now.
So now you're
We
flooding.
just had a catastrophic flood event.
You needed the flood last year when you were on fire to put the fire out, and it
We
just
really
came a whole
did.
year late. Well, I hope that
It's on the same coast, on my coast.
So how big is the destruction, or like is it?
Well, just where I work, we have 30,000 new claims. I don't work in that department, but that's big. Like the bushfires, we had, I think, total 10,000 between all different companies.
Oh, so just the fires, you only had 10,000, but now the flooding, there's 30,000.
Yeah, so far. So a lot of people haven't even quantified the damage or even thought to call.
Oh,
like
God.
It's
crazy.
been quite.
But
not where
you don't live anywhere near it.
No, I just looked that way. And,
like, oh, there's no water over here. So far, so
we're okay.
No, it probably. Oh, I can't do miles. Probably 300 kilometers. So whatever that is in miles.
I can't do the reverse. So
I think
but that's like America. America,
the other way.
We're the only one that hasn't moved to the metric system.
Yeah, I don't know. When people say kilometers, I'm like, because what was the movie on Netflix? Before we go, that Don't Look Up. Have you guys watched it yet? We started it. We haven't finished it because who can watch movies the whole way through when you have children? But they're saying like this asteroid is blank amount of kilometers, and I'm like, I don't know how big that is. I'm like, is it big? They're reacting like it's big, so it must be big. I have no clue. So America needs to get their act together, and clearly we're not the ones who are going to get it done. So hopefully other people will. All right, ladies, thank you for joining me. Everybody, goodbye, good night, or good morning, I guess, over there.
Yeah, good morning. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, right. All right. Bye, guys. I'll talk to you next time.
Bye.